Hi everyone, I just wanted to do a little bit of a follow-up video on my VIA P42 locomotive by Athearn. This is the locomotive I used in that video to pull the Walther's passenger cars. I originally intended to use my F40PH, but the decoder actually just decided to stop working in that, so it just suddenly stopped one day. So I brought this one into service, and in the process of doing that, I discovered some deficiencies that I kind of wanted to address. So I thought I'd share with everybody what I did to kind of improve the model a little bit. So the main thing is that whenever it was running, and I had the headlights on, it was like the outside of the shell got noticeably warm. And I was never quite sure why. This is the factory board that came in it. It's got the 9-pin connector here, so it's DCC ready. But it comes with like a little board, so it'll run DC out of the box. What I noticed is that these two resistors here, at least I'm pretty sure those are resistors, just got absolutely like nuclear hot when the headlights were on. And even with the original grain of wheat, I just couldn't figure out why that was. So in the process of having a look, I also added ditch lights to it, which it didn't have. I upgraded the headlights and the, well, both the front and the rear headlights with LEDs. And I just removed this board entirely and bypassed it with a Digitrax DCC decoder. So let's open up the shell and have a look at what I did. So the first step in getting the shell off, as with a lot of locomotives, is you have to remove the coupler pockets. Then from there, it's pretty simple. I was a little nervous at first, but there's just tabs here at the front, basically behind the ladders on both ends. Just get in there and just a little, oh, gotta watch the ladders. There we go. So this is a sound decoder. This is the SDH 164, which I believe is an older one. I don't even think they make that anymore. I originally bought that when I got the locomotive. It's got sound. This is just a custom baffle that I made. So you can have a look inside. I added the LEDs with fiber optic. It's pretty simple. If anybody's interested, I can do a separate video on that. And then on the front, I was able to put in the ditch lights, as well as doing the same thing with the headlights. And I just have some heat shrink there to cover it up and stop the extra light bleed. Simple dropping resistor. You can kind of figure out, there's actually recommendations from Digitrax as to what to use. And then also, I tend to go a little bit higher just to notch down the brightness just a hair, because the LEDs are so bright on their own. With a lot of Athearn locomotives, it's pretty simple conversion. This one actually, there's already these like little bronze clips that I was able to solder some DCC hookup wire to. For the pickups, there's a little tab here on the body for the other side. The motor is already isolated, which is a benefit. And you can see here on the original board that it just clips onto the top as the top contact. It actually went over top of this piece. This piece actually holds in the spring and the brush too, so just be careful if you're removing that. So I was able to solder directly to that and to the other side, wire it into the pickups, and then the lighting was really the most complicated part. I did originally try to with the factory board and even the LEDs to see if just it was something to do with the current draw. I haven't bothered to reverse engineer what exactly these do on this board, but man, did they ever get warm. Since removing this board and just directly wiring in the DCC controller, I've had absolutely no problems. And realistically, if you're only ever planning on using it for DCC and you don't want to be able to convert it back and forth, this isn't necessary to interface between the two. Just like you can convert any blue box or anything like that to DCC by wiring it up directly, this board really isn't necessary. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed that unusually short video for me. If you did, please hit that thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for notifications. You can also follow me on my other social media. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And you can also check out my website at tinkeringgeek.com. And until next time, keep tinkering.